Angle theta is in standard position. The point -3, 4 is on the terminal side of theta. Find 6 trigonometric functions of theta. So let us find this point. -3, 4. So this is the x-axis of Cartesian system. This is the y-axis of Cartesian system. -3 is the x-coordinate, so this is on the x-axis, -3, and 4 is y-coordinate, 1, 2, 3, 4. So they correspond to this point. So this point must lie on the terminal side of angle theta. So the initial side is along positive x-axis. Since the theta is in standard position, the terminal side is this one, through the point -3, 4. So the least positive angle theta is this angle. We want to find 6 trigonometric function of theta. Then we need to know x, y, and r. X is -3, y is equal to 4. We can find r using Pythagorean theorem. So we have here a right triangle with one leg of the length 3, the other leg of length 4, and we can write the Pythagorean theorem for this triangle, this right triangle. 3 squared plus 4 squared equals r squared. R is the distance from the origin to the point, and it is the hypotenuse of our right triangle. So if you take the square root of this expression, r equals positive or negative square root of 3 squared plus 4 squared. So generally the solution of the squared equation can be positive or negative. Of course, for distance we take only positive sign. R is always positive, so it is equal to positive square root of 9 plus 16, or square root of 25, or 5. So now we have all three values. X equals -3, y equals 4, and r equals 5. So we have found r now. Now we can determine all 6 trigonometric functions. Sine of theta is determined as the portion y over r, or 4 over 5. Cosine of theta is x over r, or -3 over 5. Tangent of theta, y over x, or 4 over -3. We can write negative in front of the fraction. So these three definitions are very important, must be remembered. So I prefer not to remember the definition for the other three functions, but to use the reciprocal identities. So the reciprocal of sine is cosecant of theta. If sine is y over r, then cosecant is r over y, or 5 over 4. The reciprocal of cosine is secant of theta. When cosine is x over r, then secant is r over x, or -5 over 3. And the reciprocal of tangent is cotangent of theta. When tangent is y over x, then cotangent is x over y, or -3 over 4. Now let us find the following sum. 2 cosine 180 degrees plus 4 sine 270 degrees minus 5 cosine of 90 degrees. So all three angles here are quadrantal angles. For some reason it's very difficult for students. So, but it must be very simple if you can graph this angles in the standard position. So we start with cosine of 180. 180 degrees is a straight angle. So you can take any point on this line of negative x-axis. So, and cosine of 180 is x over r. Cosine is connected with x-axis. It must be remembered, the x-coordinate. So cosine of 180 is x over r. We can take any point, for example, negative 2. X coordinate of this point is negative 2. R is 2. So the cosine will be negative 2 over 2, negative 1. So this is negative 1. Then we have sine of 270 degrees. It is also a quadrantal angle. 270 degrees are here. We can take a point on negative y-axis. Let us also take negative 2. This time, this is y. So sine is, by definition, y over r. Y equals negative 2. R is the distance from the origin, is always positive. The distance is 2. Negative 2 over 2 is negative 1. And the last angle we have here, so this is negative 1. The last angle is cosine of 90 degrees. Cosine of 90 degrees. 90 degrees is a right angle. So this is 90 degrees angle. We can take a point on positive y-axis. Let us take 2. So cosine is x over r. So more exactly, this point has coordinates 0 and 2. This point negative 2 and 0. So, and this point has coordinates 0 and negative 2. So for 90 degrees angle, x coordinate of the point on the terminal side is 0, y is 2, and r is 2. Cosine is x over r, 0 over 2, so cosine is 0. So let us continue here. 2 times negative 1 plus 4 times negative 1 minus 5 times 0 equals negative 2 minus 4 minus 0 equals negative 6. I also wanted to say how to remember the reciprocal identity. So you see we have sine is the reciprocal to cosecant. You have c and s and c. And cosine is the reciprocal to secant. We also have c and s. So in these pairs, sine, cosecant, cosine, secant, one in the pair has c at the beginning and another has s. So S, C, C, S. It's a tip how to remember these pairs.